Every weekday, I wake up at 6 a.m. I haven't set an alarm for a long time, but I know that my body will naturally wake me up based on the routine that I've created. I usually sleep for about 8 hours a night, and I'm very grateful to have that much time, and I prioritize sleeping at about 10 p.m. every single day. When I'm up, the first thing my mind wants to do is say something like, I feel so tired. I've got so much to do today. And I, as soon as I wake up in that moment, rewire and reprogram it to say, I am happy, I am healthy, and I am healing. That simple internal affirmation and statement rewires how I feel about what I have that day. I'm grateful for the opportunities in the work I have. I'm healing with the challenges I have. And my body is healthy because I'm able to get out of bed. I don't look at my phone in the morning. Trust me, I don't always follow this. I've broken that rule many, many times. I'm not perfect. I've failed at it countless times, but I keep trying to rise back to this rule. Why? Because I feel amazing. The amount of clarity in my mind, the stillness that I experience when my phone isn't the first thing that I see is inconceivable. And I highly recommend that you try it out just for 7 days. Don't look at your phone first thing in the morning and see how different you feel for the rest of the day. I promise you're going to feel more energetic, more productive, and more creative than you've ever been before. Now, I've been practicing something for a long time now called mindful brushing. I brush each tooth for around 4 seconds before I move the toothbrush. This mindful process allows me to start the day at my own time, in my own pace. So often before, I used to rush brushing my teeth. Not only would I be damaging my gums and damaging my teeth, by the way, dentists will tell you about that, I actually was starting my day off in a panic with stress. Slowing down the first activity of the day allows you to start and move at your own pace, in your own time. The next thing I do after a shower is meditate. Meditation has been a part of my daily practice for the last 16 years, where I've meditated for at least 2 hours a day. Often this is broken up throughout the days. On a busy day, on an amazing day, I get to do 2 hours first thing in the morning. Sometimes I'll do 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, or sometimes I'll do 30-minute slots 4 times a day. This really allows me to find that center, to find that alignment, and find that balance throughout the day. My meditation practice includes 3 types of meditation: breathwork, visualization, and mantra. For those of you that have read Think Like a Monk, you know that I break down these practices inside the book so that you can practice them at home as well. Breathwork is a phenomenal way of calming and centering my body. Visualization is a great way to prepare my mind for all the meetings and events and everything I have to do throughout the day. And the mantra is for my soul. It's to help me feel connected to my purpose, make me feel connected to divine energy and the supreme source so that I can be an instrument of that joy, of that happiness, and of that love in the world with everyone I meet. Recently, I've updated my morning meditation using the Aura Ring app, where I take a moment to check my body status. What this does is that it helps me measure my heart rate, my breath rate, and my skin temperature just for a moment. Just to take a status check, just to check in with myself and say, how am I feeling? How am I doing right now? It even asks me if I'm feeling better or worse after the moment. And that allows me to get that really critical piece of insight into how I feel right now. When you bump into someone, you always ask them, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Take a moment to ask yourself that with the Moments feature on the Aura Ring app. After my meditation practice, I literally take 2 to 3 minutes to set my intention for the day and my attention for the day. I've found that this activity allows me to create the energy and the mental space I need to try and live by higher values. Now again, I fail at this all the time. I can go through the day and then realize I haven't been loving, I haven't been kind, I haven't been the nicest person that day. But the thing is, when I write it down in the morning, I promise you, I'm more likely to be what I write on the page. I'm reminded to be what I write on the page. I also take a moment to write 3 things I'm grateful for. And no matter how hard it is, I promise you, there are some days where I'm like, I've just got complaints. I've got nothing to be grateful for. And even on those days, I will push myself to write down something I'm grateful for, and I'll always find an answer. Starting your day off in this way gets this right, so that now every action can actually be inspired by that intention. Everything that you do externally will be created by how you feel internally, and now you can take that energy out into the world. We are headed to morning tennis, so this is something that I do around 4 times a week. I realized that I just miss playing sport. When I'd wake up in the morning and I'd head over to the gym or with the trainer, I always found that slightly stressful. The idea of just being there with one person and trying to do a bunch of exercises that were meaningless or purposeless, at least to me. But going to play, it's just incredible. To play tennis every morning, I feel like I'm back at school and I'm starting my day with some great energy, some positivity, a little bit of healthy competition. So for the past 3 to 4 months, I've been wearing the Aura Ring, and it's been amazing to have it on, truly, because for the first time I can actually verify what I'm doing, how powerful and impactful it is on my physical and mental health. And I can actually track, record, and look back and plan. And I realize this because there's so much thought in business and in technology all around how you can't improve what you don't measure. And the truth is, we never measure our sleep. We kind of take a guess. Oh, I've been getting around 6 hours or 7 hours of sleep this week. It's a guess. It's random. It's made up. You're hoping you kind of got it right. You're like, oh yeah, but last week I worked out a lot. And you don't know. It's just an assumption. It's just an idea. Whereas now I can actually look back. I can look at how the week's been. I can understand why I feel tired. I can understand what I need to do this weekend. Play has become such an important value to me. There's a beautiful quote that I believe was said by Richard Branson, where he said that we don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. And I realized that play was such an important value for me. It was such an important principle for me that I had to start my day off with play. A bit of healthy competition, feeling like I'm learning a new skill, feeling like I'm building a new athletic ability allows me to start the day off feeling like a learner and someone who's growing. So usually after a game of tennis, I sit down to look at my stats. It's a great way of keeping that measurement, thinking about what's coming ahead for the rest of the day. And I can see that it's automatically detected that I've had a 506 active calorie burn. I've got an activity score of 79. I've got a total burn of 2,357 calories, and I've already done 4,000 steps for the day. So I love starting my day off with that data. It helps me feel like I've started on the right foot, and now I know what I've got to do to hit my goals. It's also told me that my training volume is optimal, my training frequency is optimal as well, and I've got to still stay active today because I'm still in the red. So that's telling me that I need to move around regularly and avoid long periods of inactivity, which helps me stay healthy and keep my metabolism high. This is a great reminder because throughout the day it will keep reminding me to be active, whether I'm sitting at my desk for too long or whether I'm sitting there writing scripts. It will tell me to get up and move around. And until my activity reaches optimal, I'll know that I still got to keep moving. As soon as I get back from tennis, I have some breakfast. My current breakfast of choice is a chia seed breakfast bowl. It has blueberries and raspberries inside as well, and it's been amazing for my gut health. I find that figuring out the food that's right for your gut is so important, and it's so personal and unique. It's taken me a long time to figure out what to have for breakfast that didn't leave me feeling bloated, didn't feel me leaving uncomfortable throughout the rest of the day, and a chia seed breakfast bowl has been the best thing that I've had. As I'm coming to the end of breakfast, that's usually when I look at my stats from the night before. I look at the quality of my sleep, the quality of my REM sleep, my deep sleep. I look at what I need to do today. And what I love about the Oura Ring app is that it guides me and coaches me throughout my day. It will tell me what time I should aim to be asleep. It will tell me what to avoid. It will even tell me to stay active. For me, it's really useful having this guide in my pocket and helping me make my choices throughout the day. And then I sit down for my favorite cup of herbal tea. Usually it's a fresh mint. And for me, having a warm cup of herbal tea allows me to again start grounded. I love the scent. I love the feeling of the warmth inside of my body, and I love the cleansing effect that it has. And so this is where I am. Now, all of these habits have had a huge impact on my life, and that's why I'm sharing them with you. Again, I'm not getting them all right all the time. There are days where things get changed or missed or skipped, but I'm always trying to get back to this idea.